Dear my beloved, dear my Lord, dear God, thank you for we can meet in your name. Let us feel the unity that we have between us. Let us follow your path, the path to heavens and love. That is a path we all can take. So, God, thank you again for the blessing you sent us. No matter what we call you, you are God. It's only one of you. No matter what names we call you, it's only one God. Yeah. It's only one truth as well, God says. But many names, we use many names, but it's only one truth. Yeah. I want to share with you what happened for me the 5th of May 2017. Yeah, over 4 years back. I was waking up in my bed in Findorn, and I have no idea why I asked this question to God. Innocently, I asked, so how did it all start then, God? And it's like, oi. And then God showed me an image. I could see the back, the silhouette of God from the back, from behind. First, quite on a distance. And I saw, and it was like a barren area. And it was God making a little fire, like a little fire by the side of this silhouette. And he light this fire. It was like a small sticks stacked together. And then he light that fire. And I came closer so I could see it more close by. And when he lit this fire, I could see something flying up. And God said nothing. Nothing was said when this was happening. But I could see it. I will never forget. I will never forget. It changed my life. It changed my life. It was so strong. I thought, who was? And then these were flying straight up. And I thought, how can I call them something? So they looked like angel-like butterfly beings. And that was the good word. God thought it was a good word the next day when I asked. So they were flying up just like this. And then what was happening then? Then God started to talk to me what was happening. Because I saw these images of this flying up. I have no idea if they had color, but I saw the shape, I saw them flying up. And then God started to talk to me. And he said that it was a seed that was planted in him previous. It was the seed of love. And it started to grow within him. And he felt that all kind of emotions, and I will talk to you about that later, but all kind of things come up in him. So he really treasured this energy of love that was within him. But he realized if he didn't share this with someone, this could die. And he wouldn't like that feeling to die. So therefore, he created the first creatures, these angel-like butterfly beings. And that is the true nature of love. We need to share it, otherwise it can die. We cannot store it in a fridge or a freezer. Can you imagine? No. Love needs to be shared. Needs to be shared. And when these were flying up, he said, they were in pure love. They were created by love. Everything came from the source of this, the seed of love that was planted in God. And then it was so romantic, so beautiful scenario, even if it was barren. It was so beautiful, so tranquil, this action. He was lighting this fire like small sticks, like the size, very small sticks. And the fire came up, and from this fire came these angel-like butterfly beings. But then he said, they were in pure love, but they didn't recognize each other. So they had no meaning. It was only for the beauty for his eyes only. So therefore, he created the two different sexes. So they started to recognize each other. So let's say this is two of these beings. All of a sudden, they were flying around him with no purpose. And all of a sudden, when God created the two different sexes, they start to recognize each other. And then they got the first words that was created, affection and attraction. Maybe it was attraction first and then affection. So I said it wrong. Attraction, affection came. And they could start to relate to each other. And then he realized that they needed something more, because they were still in pure love, but they didn't know about it. So they had not been exposed to any opposite of love. And for us to really understand what love is, we need to experience the opposite, like hate and fear. So that is the reason for God created the universe, the different planets. That's the reason. So all started with this seed of love in God, that it was growing in him, and he had to share this, otherwise it could die. And that's the true nature of love. Let us share love between us. It hasn't been easy the last 1.5 years, but I hope the time is come that we can share more love between us. The humanity need that. And God's faith or religion is love, pure love. And sin doesn't exist. He says it's a fiction of the human's mind. The devil doesn't exist. He even makes jokes about the devil. It's something we created. And then hell doesn't exist either. So it's only one. Everyone comes to heaven. Even Hitler came to heaven. I asked about Hitler and Stalin. They both came to heaven. And I like what God said about Hitler. So he said, when I asked about that, he said, when he came to heaven, we had to rewire him. I love that. They had to rewire him, go and rewire him. Oh, it's hilarious sometimes what happens, but the words coming from God is for me true, but sometimes I can see the funny side in it, and that's important as well. So that was the day, the 5th of May, changed my life fully. And after 2 weeks, I needed a healer, my healer, to get me, to ground me, because I didn't want to be among humans anymore. I wanted to be more in heaven. And I thought, not many people have seen when God created the first creatures, these angel-like butterfly beings that later became you and me. Just have to tell that. That's how we were created in the first place. And sure, if you think, if it doesn't make sense for you, then it's okay. But that's how I got it from God. And take what makes sense for you and just feel it if it resonates within your heart. And then you can take it in. I wish you a good day, and I want the love, the seed of love that is also planted in each one of us. And I will another time talk about that, why we are coming from love. You heard about it first, but we have the love of God within every cell of ours. And another time I will tell you. I send you my love. I wish you all the best. That love is part of your life, and that you forgive whatever was the past. Release the past in forgiveness. And when you start to learn how the heavens is, it's nothing to worry about to go to heavens. It's like going home. And you may be been here 300, 500 times on your planet, but you are still alive. So you've been up to heaven so many times, but you are still alive. How is that possible? Question. Have a nice day. Love, love. Be safe, and all the blessings from God and me. Amen.